Hey there, Eric O'Sullivan, Reverend Sully, the irreverent reverend of all things geeky, the anti-pope and guru of Xanadu, ordained on the internet. The caveat, as always, please do not burn your hands holding on to my hot takes. If you do, well, that's on you, pal, or gal, or anywhere in the grand spectrum of humanity where you identify. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's time for the Sunday sermon, and I am going through some Bhagavad Gita quotes I wrote over a decade ago when I was truly suffering and needing some spiritual advice. And so I sought and I received, and I have come from the mountaintop with these 15 commandments and 10 commandments. That's a Mel Brooks joke. God bless you, Mel Brooks. He's still going, and so should we. He's seen a lot. He's had a long life, and God bless him. Just seeing the world change. We all see the world change, and we all can see the world change within ourselves. And that's the best kind of change, and the most effectual change. How to change the world? You can change the world. You change because it changes in here first, and then it changes out here. And you can't have one without the other. So me, I'm an activist for spirituality. I'm an activist for you. I'm anti-mope. I'm lonely, and I'm anti-angry. But unfortunately, for every particle, there's an antiparticle. And I do remain mopey. I do remain angry. I do remain lonely. Although I use my spirituality to help break me out of those moments. Having a gratitude list helps. I try to make a daily gratitude list. You can see any of them on my station here on my channel. But today we're going to continue with my old notebook series. We're going to read the date, and let's recollect, and I'll tell you the passage, and then I'm going to read the passage from my 3-volume study version of the Bhagavad Gita by Guru Eknath Eswaran. This is an amazing series. And it was a good investment, and I'm blessed to have been turned on to it. This is just the rudder of my life. So let's get to it, and happy Sunday. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. Namaste. Good luck. I love coffee. I love Sundays. I love Sunday mornings. I don't work Sunday mornings anymore. I used to work Sunday brunch for several years, serving my community. It was my spirituality in action. I truly believe that through Loka Samgraham, the job I was born to do, being a chef, and Swadeshi, the principle of serving others, I'm literally serving the Lord that dwells within my guests, within you. Therefore, it pleases the Lord who dwells within me in giving us union, that there is no other. We are all the Lord or the goddess, experiencing everything through ourselves with each other. Namaste. Yes. Let's get to it. Okay. My verse, this is from December the 9th, 2010. It's chapter 12, verses 10 through 20. And I said, I awoke with a heart filled with old pain. This passage soothed the pain with a reread and reflection. So let's reread that. I often still awake with old pain in my heart. And I've successfully sifted out the old pain from, modern loneliness and modern mopiness and modern emo. There's a it burns itself out like all fuels. It does. It was atomic, and it had a radioactive half-life. But, it might be a burnt earth, but is it an irradiated wasteland? Who knows? That's between me and the goddess, if the goddess has forgiven me for whatever I did. So I'm going to read for you chapter 12, verses 10 through 20, which, it soothed me in a very hard time in my life. I had broken up with my last real girlfriend only 2 years before, and I was struggling, emotionally, and it carries on. But still, we find ways to cope. We find ways to soothe these old pains, and these verses soothed the pain in the old pain that I awake in the morning. So hopefully I can remember this, and I'll read it to you. Please, thank you for tuning in. It's Krishna. This is Krishna speaking to Arjuna, the bowman, who is having his panic attack, his anxiety attack, and forgetting his dharma. So this is Krishna speaking. And remember, Sanjaya is listening to Krishna and describing it all to the blind regent. All right. If you lack the will for such self-discipline, engage yourself in selfless service of all around you, for selfless service can lead you to me, capital M, me, meaning Krishna. If you are unable to do even this, surrender yourself to me in love, receiving success and failure with equal calmness is granted by me. And every time Krishna says me, it's in capital M, okay, meaning holy me, Holy, okay. Better indeed is knowledge than mechanical practice. Better than knowledge is meditation, but better still is surrender in love, because there follows immediate peace. That I love, who is incapable of ill will and returns love for hatred, living beyond the reach of I and mine, and of pleasure and pain, full of mercy, contented, self-controlled, firm in faith, with all their heart and all their mind given to me. With such a one, I am in love. Not agitated the world or by it agitated, not agitating the world or by it agitated. They stand above the sway of elation, competition, and fear, accepting life, good and bad, as it comes. They are pure, efficient, detached, ready to meet every demand I, Krishna, make on them as a humble instrument of my work. They are dear to me. It actually says he. I'm changing that. Me and universal. It's my show. They are dear to me, who runs not after the pleasant or away from the painful, grieves not over the past, lusts not today, but let things come and go as they happen. Who serves both friend and foe with equal love, not buoyed up by praise or cast down by blame, alike in heat and cold, pleasure and pain, sukha dukkha da. Free from selfish attachments and self-will, ever full in harmony everywhere, firm in faith, is dear to me. And then we have elaboration by the guru himself. It goes on for pages, and they're all worthy words. They're all. But even dearer to me are the devotees who seek me in faith and love as life's goal. They go beyond death to eternal life. And that's about breaking the cycle of rebirth and being able to transcend and be reunited with the Godhead. So yeah, that was a big verse. But, as I said, I awoke with a heart filled with old pain. This passage soothed the pain with a reread and reflection. And that was chapter 12, verses 10 through 20. Let's turn the page, shall we? We're going back to chapter 2, which is pretty much one of my favorite chapters. It includes my mantra, which is verse 14. And this is chapter 2, verse 65. I wrote this down January 13th of 2011. 11 years ago. I would read the Gita on my bus and in my commute, and I would write down little scribblings in my notebook that I would carry with me, trying to process the pain I was in. It was either loneliness, mopiness, emo-ness, or being bullied. I had a workplace bully, and I had trouble fitting in my new workplace, and it was not an easy transition. And but here is the chapter. So I wrote down, our focus determines our reality, which is a gift I got from the Gita here. So it's chapter 2, and this is verses 64 and 65. Remember, at the time I was reading the Bhagavad Gita according to Gandhi, so it had a different annotation between chapters, between verses 64 and 65. So, but I'll read you both because it's included in here. But when you move amidst the world of sense, free from both attachment and aversion, there comes the peace in which all sorrows end, and you will live in the wisdom of the self, capital S, self, meaning like the Lord that dwells within you. When you understand that the non-dual nature is beyond the illusion of a binary choice, of heat and cold, of pleasure and pain, of this and that, of me and you. Our focus determines our reality. The next one comes from January the 21st, 2011. This is the old notebook days. This is great. This is chapter 4, verse 17. And it's on karma and its differences, its flavors. Karma, vikarma, akarma, et al. I mean, so yeah, it brings up something I've been meaning to bring up in spiritual discussions, Sunday sermons. I'm not going to get into it now. That would make a better dedicated show to talk about karma and its many flavors. Karma has a few flavors, and there's akarma, which means like forbidden karma, and then there's vikarma, which is like holy, like a holy karma. There's certain, like, I might be getting this wrong too, so yeah. Well, vikarma is wrong action, and akarma is it means inaction, and karma means action. So this is where you as Westerners, karma is a very appropriated word, and I don't mean that negatively. I mean that neutrally. I don't mean it positively either, because Westerners usually use the Western lens to see how they see everything, and to understand that karma isn't sin. Karma is action. And let's get to the verse then. Okay, but it's chapter 4, verse 17. You should understand what is action, karma. What actions should be avoided? What is inaction, akarma? And what actions should be avoided, vikarma? For the true nature of action is difficult to grasp. And let's see, we have the next one we've written down is from January 31st, 2011, and it's chapter 8, verse 7. And I wrote down, "Nuff said, ... Fight on," or for me, cook on, or work on. Just do it. So let's read that one. Chapter 8 is in volume 2. 6, 6, and 6 are 18. And there are 18 chapters to the Bhagavad Gita. And there are 3 acts to the story. Tat, Tavam, and Asi. That I am that, you are that, all this is that, that's all there is. It's one of the kernels of Vedic knowledge. And Tat, Tavam, Asi. There is, no separation, only of the illusion of it. But chapter 8, verse 7. Therefore, remember me at all times and fight on with your heart and mind intent on me. Surely, you will surely come to me. Meaning, if you direct all your actions to Krishna, or all your actions are, you keep the Lord in mind or the goddess in mind in all of your actions, then you are leading a good life, or the right kind of life. You can't do can you commit evil with the Lord in mind? I don't know. I don't think so. You can only commit evil with the selfishness in mind, not the self, capital S. But let's move on. This is from Valentine's Day, my favorite day in the calendar. Valentine's Day 2011, February 14th, chapter 16, verse 2. Aversion to slander, ... Work on this. Yeah, I've been an angry person with a big mouth and the ability to hurt people with my words and my clever wit. And it's a superpower. Yeah, it really is. So it's not broken up. So it's verses 1, 2, and 3, and it's Krishna opening up chapter 16, the 2 paths. Be fearless and pure. Never waver in your determination or your dedication to the spiritual life. Give of yourself freely. Be self-controlled, sincere, truthful, loving, and full of the desire to serve. Realize the truth of the scriptures. Learn to be detached from material things and to take joy in renunciation. Do not get angry or harm any living creature, but be compassionate and gentle. Show goodwill to all. Put others first and yourself last. All these, Arjuna, will reveal your real nature, which is divine. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty heavy, as Doc Brown said to Marty McFly. No, it's actually as Marty McFly said to Doc Emmett Brown. And I'll do one more. From March 1st, 2011. chapter 3, verse 21, where I wrote down lead by example. I'm a chef. I'm also a team leader, and sometimes it's very hard to be a team leader. I mean, that's just, but it's a part and parcel of, look, I highlighted it. It must be important. Chapter 3, verse 21, 3, 2, 1, contact. I love countdowns. What the outstanding person does, others will try to do. The standards such people create will be followed by the whole world. Yeah, and that's like how I feel professionally, how I was trained. I'm a tradesman, like Arjuna. He was a warrior. His battleground was where he went to work. I'm a chef. I have standards. And these standards not only create delicious food in a harmonious work environment, it creates a level of safety that our guests rely on us, and to have that sense of standards and about the impact we have on others. Even my co-chefs have impact on me. I adopt their standards, not because they're good or bad. It's because that's the way they do things, and that's the way they'd like to see things done. And I have similar ways of I work, and they respect those ways. And it's as they say, respect doesn't cost much, huh? Well, that's all I'm going to do for today. Just part of my Sunday sermon series of the old notebook. It's over a decade old. I found this notebook going through some comic book long boxes, and I was like, what's this? It's a lot of old material, and I'm just seeing the juxtaposition in an age of me then and me now, and what I will still yet to be. Haha. Well, namaste. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you could be so kind. I would like to earn your subscription. I make spiritual content. Every Sunday I try to do the Sunday sermon. I do cooking content. I'm a professional chef. I have a playlist called What's Cooking, so check it out. And let me know what's cooking. And you can leave me a comment in any of those videos, and I'll see what you're cooking. That would be great. And we talk about pop culture here and comic books. I do a daily called the Golden Age of DC Comics 365, and that's really fun. I love talking about comic books, and I love talking about spirituality. And so thanks for showing up for Reverend Sully's channel here and the Sunday sermon. Namaste, good luck, and God bless. Cheers.